Hello my people, welcome to another tutorial. My name is Agnes. In today's tutorial, I will show you how I made this lace cardigan. If you follow me, you already know that my previous video was in this same stitch. However, I did it in a sweater version, a more casual look. And once I was done, I thought, I felt like I needed to do a more modest, sophisticated look. So I envisioned this exact look and I wanted to make a cardigan that somebody could wear to church or to, an evening something serious event, not a crop cardigan or something. So yeah, I came up with this pattern and I think I love how it turns out, how it looks. It just gives me church vibes, I think my mom would wear something like this also. So it is cuts across all ages, and I think which makes it special. So in today's tutorial we are going to be using this Kira yarn from Volido. I got this over Amazon. It's 100% cotton. It recommends a 2.5 millimeter hook to a 3.5 millimeter hook, but I will be using a 3.0 millimeter hook. It's 50 grams, 125 meters each skein. All right, you can use any other yarn, but yeah, I'll be using this cotton yarn. Hook size, like I said, I'll be using a 3.0 millimeter hook, tape measure, and of course scissors. All right, so let's get into it. To begin with, we're going to begin with a foundation chain, and for the foundation chain we are going to chain a multiple of 13. So you'll chain 13 plus 13 plus 13 chains until you have your shoulder to shoulder measurements plus 4 inches. All right, my shoulder to shoulder measurements is 15 plus 4 inches is about 19. So you chain one, you make a slip knot, and then you're going to chain 13. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and then I chain another 13. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So I'm going to chain 13 13 13. Just keep chaining 13. That's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 until you have your measurements. All right, and then I'll come back. So this is what I have now. I did 91 chains and it is about 18 inches long. It's about 18 inches because if I do 19, if I add another 13, since we're doing multiples of 13, if I add another 13 inches, it will be too big. It will be about 20 inches, and that's too big. So I would rather make 18 than 20. So 1 inch less or 1 inch, yeah, is not really that much of a difference. All right, so we are going now to go to our first row. So for our first row, it's going to be a row of half double crochet. So what you'll do is yarn over, and I'm going to skip 2 chains without counting the one on the hook. So 1 2, and into the 3rd chain I'll make a half double crochet. So I'll go into my 3rd chain, make a half double crochet. Okay, I'm going to go into my next chain, make a half double crochet, go into the next chain, make a half double crochet, into the next chain, work a half double crochet, and I'm going to be working half double crochets in every chain until I get to the end. And by the time I get to the end, I should have 91 half double crochets. All right, so work half double crochets in every chain until you get to the end. All right, I'll see you at the end of the row. All right, so I'm done with my row of half double crochets, and this is how it looks. So now for the next row, we are going to do something different. We are going to chain 3. So this is 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to turn our work. This chain 3 counts as a stitch. So this is our first stitch, our first double crochet, and so you don't work in this stitch here. We are going to work in this next stitch, which is going to be a double crochet. Okay, so we make a double crochet, and now we are going to chain 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. So we have 2 double crochets here because this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Chain 3, yarn over, and then you're going to skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, and into the third stitch you'll make a double crochet. All right, and then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're only going to skip 1. So skip 1 into the second stitch, make a double crochet, chain 3. This is the basis of our pattern. The pattern comes after, but this is the basis, so you need to do this right. So skip 1, make a double crochet, chain 3, skip 1 in the second stitch, make a double crochet. All right, then chain 3, and now you're going to skip 2. 1, 2, and into the third one make a double crochet, and in the stitch right next to it, then make your second double crochet. So this is going to be our pattern for this row. 2 double crochets, chain 3, skip 2 into the third stitch, make a double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, 2 double crochets. All right, so let's do it again. So now it's going to be chain 3. We are chaining 3 in all of them, just skipping different numbers of stitches. So chain 3, skip 2 into the third stitch, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1 into the next one, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1 in the next one, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, 1, 2 in the third one, double crochet, and then in the very next one, double crochet. All right, one more time. Chain 3, skip 2 in the third one, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, 1 double crochet, and right next to it, second double crochet. All right, so you're going to repeat this until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. So it is skip 2, skip 2, skip 1, skip 1, skip 2, like that. All right, so I'm coming to the end, and I have my skipping 2, skip 1, skip 1. Now I need to skip 2, so this will be chain 3, skip 2 stitches into the third one, make a double crochet, and into the last one, my last double crochet, like that. All right, so our next row is going to be a row of half double crochets. So you'll chain 2, turn our work, and we are going to work half double crochets in the chain spaces. So in this first chain space, we will work 3 half double crochets. So that's 1, that's 2, and that is 3 half double crochets. And then we are going to go into this next chain. See where we skipped 1? We will work 4 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Into this next chain space we will also work 4 half double crochets, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in this last chain space we are going to work 3 half double crochets. So this is 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to be that repeat of 3, 4, 4, 3. All right, so let's do that. It's going to be 3. Just go straight into the chain space. So 3, then 4, 4 again. In the next space we're working 4 half double crochets, and then now into the next one, which is the last one, 3 half double crochets. All right, so it's 3 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and then again 3 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and then it goes on 3 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and so on until the end. All right, so do that and I'll meet you. All right, so now I have come to the end and I have my 3 half double crochets. So to finish this off, I'm going to go on top of this stitch here and make a single crochet. All right, so it's my 3 half double crochets and then a single crochet just to finish it off. All right, so this is what I have, and now the next row is going to be our repeat row. So this is where the pattern starts. All right, so we are going to chain 3 and yarn over. So I'm going to skip 2 stitches without counting this first stitch, right? So 1, 2, into the 3rd stitch here right on top of this double crochet there. Into the 3rd stitch I'll make a double crochet. All right, so I'm going to chain 3 and then I'm going to skip 2 stitches, right? And into the 3rd stitch I'll make a double crochet. Okay, so this was the starting part, which does not really this is unique. It's only when we are starting. Okay, so it's double crochet, 3 chains, skip 2, double crochet, and now we're going to chain 3 and we are going to go right into this stitch next to it. So we are not skipping any stitches. So I'm going to make a double crochet there. Okay, then I'm going to chain 3 and into the stitch right next to it, this one, I'll make a double crochet. All right, so it's double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and now I'm going to chain 3 and then skip 2 stitches and into the 3rd stitch make a double crochet like this. So skip 2, double crochet. This is going to be our repeat row. It's a 2-row repeat, so it's a row of half double crochets and then this exact row. So as long as you just know what to do here, then you're good to go with the whole pattern. Okay, so we start off with a chain 3, skip 2, a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet. So now we are going to start on another one. So what we do is you yarn over and then skip 5 stitches and into the 6th stitch you make a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the 6th one a double crochet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then into the 6th one, which is on top of this double crochet. Then you just make a double crochet like this. All right, so now we start again. So chain 3, skip 2, 1, 2, into the 3rd stitch, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, all right, chain 3, double crochet, just in the very next stitch, and then chain 3, skip 2 into the third stitch, which is on top of this double crochet here, double crochet. All right, so it's 1 2 3 4 spaces. Here we had this one because it is just special at the beginning. Okay, so and now what we do is we skip 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and into the sixth one, which is on top of this one, we make a double crochet. Okay, so I'll show you for the last time how we do this part. So it's chain 3, then skip 2 stitches, and into the third stitch make a double crochet, chain 3, go into the fourth stitch, make a double crochet, chain 3, go into the fifth stitch, make a double crochet, chain 3, and then skip 2 stitches, and into the third stitch here make a double crochet, and then you're going to skip 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and into the sixth one here make a double crochet to start on the next one. All right, so you are going to do this until you get to the end of the row, and I will meet you. Just, it's very simple, you know, you just chain 2, chain 3, skip 2, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, and then skip 5, you know, like that. Very simple. Just, you can watch it over and over again until you get it, because this is a repeat row and you need to know how to do this. I've come to the end. I'm almost at the end, so I want to finish it off with you so that I can show you how you finish off this row. So I already did my double crochets here, and now it's going to be a chain 3, skip 2 into the third stitch, make a double crochet, and now to finish it off we are just going to go into this last stitch and make a double crochet like this. So this is how you end it. Okay, so look at how we started and at how we end it. That's very important. Now for the next row is also a repeat row, which is a row of half double crochets, and that's very easy because you chain 2, turn your work, and we go straight into these chain spaces. So it is 3 half double crochets, 1 2 3, then into the next chain space is 4 half double crochets, so 1 2 3 and 4. Right into the next one is 4, 1 2 3 and 4, and then into the next one is 3 half double crochets, 2 and 3, and then you just repeat the same thing. So going to the next space, it's 3 half double crochets, 1 2 3, then 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and then 3, 1 2 3. All right, so you get it. It is, now I go straight into this next one. It is 3 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets. Okay, and then 3 half double crochets, 4 4 3 4, sorry, 3 4 4 3, 3 4 4 3, 3 4 4 3, 3 4 4 3, like that until the end. Okay, just one more time. So once you're done here and you're going to the next space, you just 3 4, 4, 3. Okay, so just repeat that 3 4 4 3 3 4 4 3 until you get to the end. Okay, all right, so I'm coming to the end and I already did the 3 4 4. Now I'm going to do the 3. So 1 2 3, and this is how you're going to always close off this row. You're just always going to go on top of this stitch here and then do a single crochet like this. Okay, so now for our next row is going to be this row, and like I said, it's going to be a repeat row. So this is the last time I'm showing you this. Chain 3, turn your work. We are going to work this part here, so you're going to skip the first 2 stitches without working in this one, right? So skip 1 and 2, and into the 3rd stitch here you work a double crochet. This here is special, so now here we start the pattern. So chain 3, skip 2, into the 3rd one, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet right into the next stitch, chain 3, double crochet right into the next stitch, right? And then chain 3, skip 2 into the 3rd stitch, make a double crochet. So that's how we begin this row. Just the beginning is a little bit special here, but it's a repeat now of these 2 rows, you know. So once you know this, then that's all you need to know about this pattern. So now you're going to skip 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and into the 6th one make a double crochet and then start again. So skip 2 into the 3rd, make double crochet. Oh, I need to chain a 3, chain 3, skip 2 into the 3rd, make a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet. And as you work, you can see you already know where to place your stitches. And once you're done there, now you skip 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and into the 6th one make a double crochet, and then you start again, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, skip 5, double crochet in the 6th stitch. And you're going to repeat this pattern until the end. You know how to end it. I already showed you how to do that. Like here, it's chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, and then double crochet into the last one, and then you start with this row of half double crochets. And once you're done with the row of half double crochets, you repeat this, and you're going to just keep repeating these 2 rows until you get to the height of your cardigan. That's from your shoulders downwards. So measure yourself from your shoulders to where you want, how long you want your cardigan to be, and you'll make that number of rows, and I'll meet you once I have mine. All right, so I am done with my rows and I have the height that I want. This is about 12 inches, and I'm an extra small, so you can make it longer if you want. This is just what I wanted. So I have 12 inches. You can make it 15, you can make it 20, you can make it even a long cardigan. I wanted it short. Okay, so we are going to count these panels here. So I'm just going to call them panels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 of them. So you could have an odd number, maybe 7, or maybe you could have 9, 11, or you could have 10, an even number, 10, 12, or whatever. So I want to, since I have an even number, I want to leave 2 in the middle for our neckline. Okay, so I have 8. If I leave 2 in the middle, which means each side I will have 3, 3, and then 2 in the middle. Okay, so this is what determines where our panels start and end, these 2 double crochets here, right? That is determining where our panels start and end. I'm calling them panels, I don't know what to call them, okay? So this is 1, this is 2, and I want to leave only 2, so 1, 2. So this other side, I need to work my front panel. As you can see, I already worked my front panel, so I want to show you how I worked that. So if you have an even number, you could leave 1 panel in the middle, and if you are like an extra large, then you can leave 3 panels. But if you are like a small, medium, and large, and you leave 3 panels, I think it will be too big for you. So if you have an even number, you can either leave 1 or leave 3 in the middle. But if you have an even number, just leave 2 panels in the middle, okay? So if you have an even number like this, you see, you have to either leave 1 or 3 in the middle. You also have to leave an odd number. I mean, if you have an odd number, you leave an odd number. If you have an even number, then you leave an even number, okay? So since I have an even number of 8, I will leave 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and then I have 2 in the middle. Okay, that makes my neckline. But if you have an odd number, then you're going to leave 1. All right? Then you'll have 3 on one side, 3 on one side, and 1 in the middle. That's if you have 7. But if you have something like 9, then you're leaving 4, 4, 1. Okay? I hope you understand it. All right, so I just want to show you how to do the front panels. Like I said, you are leaving either 1 panel in the middle or 2 panels or 3 panels, depending on what you want and what's the number of your panels on your back panel. So we are going to work just the same pattern like we did for this big back panel, and we are going to reattach our yarn. As for me, I'm working 3 panels on each side and leaving 2 in the middle. So I want to work starting from the right side, because my half double crochets, I want my half double crochets to be on the right side, and then my double crochets to be the ones on the wrong side. So I will reattach my yarn here. So here is where I have the beginning of my third panel. Should I call it my third panel or my first panel, now that I'm working from the middle going to the side? If you're working the other one, you work from the side going to the middle. So reattach your yarn, and I'm going to make a chain of 3. I mean of 2, since it's a half double crochet, and this counts as a stitch. So I'm going to go right into the next stitch and make a half double crochet. So we are going to be working half double crochets in every stitch, okay? So I'm going to go straight into the next stitch and make a half double crochet. Go into the next stitch, make a half double crochet, and at the end of it all, you should have a multiple of 3, okay? So mine, since it is 3 panels, I should have a multiple of 13, sorry, not 3. So 13 plus 13 plus 13, all right? So I'm going to work till I get to the end, and I will meet you there. So I'm coming to the end, and I have to work 2 more stitches. So this on top of these 2 double crochets here, so I need that straighten up. So 2 more stitches, that is 1, and then my last one, and then we are going to go now to the next row. which it's the same pattern, only that this one is shorter. The other one was longer, and now we are just working 3 panels. I'm calling them panels, just go along with it. So chain 3, turn your work, and you remember the pattern, right? So when we started, this counts as a double crochet, and we go right into the next stitch, and then we make our second double crochet. You remember this beginning part, and then we chain 3. See, it should look like this one down here. Okay, so chain 3, skip 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch make a double crochet. Then you're going to chain 3, skip 1 stitch, and into the 3rd stitch make a double crochet. Then you're going to chain 3, skip 1, and into the next stitch make a double crochet. Then you chain 3. Now you skip 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch a double crochet, and in the next stitch make a double crochet. So we are done with 1 panel. All right, just like we started the other pattern, it's the same pattern. So you chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, and then double crochet, and then we start again until we get to the end, so that we have 3 panels. All right, I'll meet you here. And the last one is 2 stitches of double crochet. So now we are going to work the half double crochet row. So you chain 2, you turn your work, and it's the same pattern. So in this first space you make 3 half double crochets. Go into the next space, make 4 half double crochets. Next space, make 4 half double crochets. And into the last space make 3 half double crochets. All right, and then just repeat the same thing over and over again. You already know how it is. It's the same pattern, and you're going to go on and do the same number of rows like you did with your back panel. All right, so same number of rows all the way to the bottom, and once you're done, then just keep it straight, and then once you're done, do the other side, also the same number of stitches, same number of rows, and yeah, then I will meet you as excuse me. Once you have both panels, they should be identical, and then we'll do the sleeves. It's simply the same pattern, okay? All right, so I'm done with my panels, and now this is the sleeve that I want us to do, okay? We are working in rounds here. We do the sleeves, and then we attach them to the panels. So to work the sleeve, I'm going to make a slip knot, and then I'm going to chain a multiple of 13. It's the same pattern, multiple of 13, and this is going to be my arm circumference. So I put a tape measure on my upper arm, and I had about 9.5 inches. So you're going to make a multiple of 13 until you have your upper arm measurements. Just measure around your arm. Mine was about 9.5, and I'd added about 4 inches to that, which should be about 13.5. Okay, so about 9.5. All right, added about 3.5 inches, which made it about 13.5. However, since we are working in multiples, it could be less, it could be more. So let's see what I have here. I have about 13, because if I add 13 chains, then it will be a lot bigger than I want. So instead of 13.5, I just made 13 inches, and that should be okay. So what we do is straighten our chain now. Because we're going to be working in rounds, we need to close this off. So straighten your chain, and you are going to insert your hook into that very first chain to close it off and make a slip stitch. That's tight. Alright, so make a slip stitch, and we are now going to start on the first round. Okay, so you are going to chain 2, and we are going to go into this first chain here and make a half double crochet. So I'm going to make half double crochets in every stitch. So I went all around, and I am at the end, and I want to close this off. So I'll go on top of the chain 2 and make a slip stitch. And now we're going to start on round 2. So chain 3, turn your work. We are turning our work always. Going to the very first stitch there, that counts as a double crochet. So we have 2 double crochets there. Then chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet, and double crochet. So you already know the pattern. It's the same like we began with. We begin with the same thing: row of half double crochets, row of this, and then again a row of half double crochets before we start our pattern. Okay, so you are going to do this same thing all around, and I'll meet you at the end so that I can show you how to close it off. So as you can see, I have done my part here, and I want to close it off. So I will chain 3, and I will go on top of that chain 3 and make a slip stitch. All right, you see how it looks like? So now is going to chain 2 and turn our work, and now we're going to work a row of half double crochets. So it's 3 half double crochets. I'm editing this at around 1 a.m. and I'm very sleepy. I have school in the morning, like really early in the morning. So I hope it is done soon. So you already know the pattern really. It's 3 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 4 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets. So do that until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there to show you how we end this and start our next round. Okay, so because the beginning and the ending of this is a bit different from what we're doing side to side. All right, so I'm coming to the end, and this is going to be my last 3 half double crochets, and then close it off on top of the chain 2 with a slip stitch. So now the next round you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and it's basically the same thing. You skip 3 and you skip 2 into the third, make a double crochet, chain 3, skip 2, and then do the double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, just like we did with the other pattern for the panels. So skip 5, double crochet, and then you start over again. So you already know the pattern. I'll meet you at the end to close it off. Okay, coming to the end, this is how we are going to close it off. So once you get to the end, you are just going straight like this. Go on top of that first double crochet there, on top of that double crochet, and then make a slip stitch. All right, then you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and work your magic once again. Okay, so you're just going to keep doing this until you have the length of your sleeve, and I will come meet you. So this is mine. Just measure from your underarm to your wrist, and that will be it. All right, so this is mine, and from my underarm to my wrist is about 17 inches. So let's see. Yeah, I have about the same 17 inches. If your arm is longer, then please continue and add more rows. But this is what mine looks like. 17 inches. I'm an extra small. I'm 5'1" in height, so I'm not a very tall person. So once you have your two sleeves, we will attach them to this rest of the body. So we leave an armhole, and then this will sew all the way up. So make sure your sleeve is on the right side, and then your work is facing this. Right here is the right side, and up is the wrong side, as well as the bottom is the wrong side. However, your sleeve is the right side. Okay, so what we are going to do is this how I noticed the right side is my half double crochets is I was working them on the right side, and then the double crochets on the wrong side. That's how I want it to be. So you'll put your sleeve inside like this, okay, straight like this, and then put the other part on top like this. And you're going to need a bit of stitch markers because I want us to know this is about 7 of these. All right, so I will put a stitch mark here so that I know where to start and I know where to end. Okay, so I have 7 of these half double crochet rows. Also on the other side, I will count 7 of them. That's how my sleeve fits. Yours could be 8, yours could be 9, yours could be 5, could be 6, depends on how big your sleeve is. Okay, just put it in your sleeve and then see where it reaches, and then put a stitch marker there because that's where you'll begin. And then I'll also need a stitch marker at the top so that, you know, it is easier for me to know how to work my single crochets because we'll be joining using single crochets. So I'll just cut some yarn and put it here just to mark, you know, to make sure my work is straight. Okay, so I will put a stitch marker in there just to hold it together. All right, so let's work single crochets. So you're going to get your yarn, and we are going to reattach it here down here at the underarm, and we will start there. So we are going to work single crochets all around our armhole. Okay, so let's do that. Reattach the yarn, and I'm just going to go in with single crochets. So I'm working single crochets to join the two parts together. Okay, so I'll just continue doing this until I get up. Once I get to the top, I remove my stitch marker, and then now I go down back to where I started. Okay, so I'm just placing in those stitches my single crochets. Not the most perfect way, just to join everything together. Okay. So continue, get to the top, and then go down here. Once you get back to where you started, where we have our stitch marker, then now you join the here. Then now you join the front panel and back panel all the way to the bottom. But make sure that these half double crochet rows are in sync. All right, like this, so that your work is not crooked. Okay, so make sure they're facing each other nicely like that. All right, so once you get to the bottom, worked single crochets here, then went to the bottom, and I am done. And this is how it looks on the wrong side. All right, so once you turn it to the right side, it looks like this. As you can see, the double crochets are in sync, the half double crochets are in sync, and everything looks perfect on that side. All right, so once you turn it right, then your sleeve looks like this. All right, then you'll go ahead and do your next sleeve. I already did mine, and I turn this inside out or the other way around to the right side. So this is how it looks. Okay, so looking at it like this, I feel like I should put a row of half double crochets. You know, we have our sleeves looking like this, other sleeve looking like this, and for me the front kind of looks like it's missing something, so I'm going to put a row of half double crochets, I think, around here and see how, if something changes. All right, so let's do that. So I worked a row of half double crochet. I just wanted to see how it looks, and it turns out it looks better. So I started here and worked a row of half double crochets. I went around the neckline, and I'm here. So now I want to show you how I did it so that you can, but you start at the bottom. All right, I just want to show you it's the same thing. So once you're working around the neck area, you're just inserting one half double crochet in every stitch that is around the neck area. And all right, here, so now we are going to get to the sides, which is a bit different because the stitches are not defined. So how I'm working them is I go into this space here and I work 2 stitches in there. So that is 1 and that is 2. And then into this other space with the half double crochets, I work 1 stitch in here, okay, and another stitch in there. So then I go back into the space, 2 half double crochets, and then half double crochet in there and another one in there. Okay, so you see the pattern. Okay, so it's the same thing you will use on the other side when you start, and go to the neckline, and then on this other side and all the way down, and it should look pretty fine. These are just some final touches you can do without this, but I thought it looks a little bit better with the half double crochet row. All right, so go all the way down and I'll see you there. So this is how it looks like once I'm done, and I think it's pretty nice. You can put a string here, just make a chain, and you can tie your caddy from here, or you can just leave it open. All right, so I hope you like it. This is how I styled it, and I thought this look looks more of like church look, and I love it. So once I tie the chain here, let's see how it looks. So yeah, it's also a good look. If you like it like this, then yeah. And I hope you like it. Please share this video with your friends, and I hope to see your recreations in your sizes, colors, and lengths. So tag me on social media. It's AC Crochets on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.